Good morning. This is Mike Houston with your Friday morning weather hazard briefing for southeast Idaho. Looking at satellite imagery this morning, we have a high pressure ridge across the region with dry conditions and clear skies. Looking further upstream, we see a low pressure trough making its way through the northeast Pacific. That'll reach the coastal areas here later this afternoon. Advancing to our forecast charts for today, here we are looking at that ridge now working east into Wyoming. Still a fairly dry southwest flow across southeast Idaho. Maybe some isolated showers sneaking into the central mountains. Daytime highs today, toasty warm. Here we are looking at the eastern Magic Valley in the mid-70s and close to 70-degree readings up here in Idaho Falls. Lower 50s to mid-60s in the central mountains and similar readings here in the southeast highlands. As we advance the charts to Saturday, that low-pressure trough moving further inland, we're beginning to see a low-pressure center beginning to spin up here as it works its way into the trough works its way into the northern Sierra. Looking at precip accumulations here in the central mountains, upwards of 1/4 of an inch, and probably see some sort of accumulations late in the afternoon here on Saturday across the southeast highlands as we begin to see some spotty shower activity developing in that region. As we advance to Sunday, that low pressure center now working its way through the Great Basin, so widespread shower activity across southeast Idaho with precipitation amounts running from 1/10 to 3/4 of an inch of precipitation during the 24-hour period, so fairly wet. Should see cooling temperatures, especially with all the cloud cover. Here we are looking at daytime highs, generally in the mid to upper 50s within the Snake River Plain, and looks like 40-degree readings here in the central mountains and southeast highlands. As we advance to Monday, that low pressure system now beginning to work its way east of the divide. We still see some lingering showers here across the eastern highlands through the day, but exiting the region by late Monday afternoon as this ridge begins to develop into the region and drier conditions spread into southeast Idaho. Here we are looking at Tuesday. That ridge now across the region should be fairly dry. On Tuesday, the models are in a little bit of disagreement. One particular model showing some of these disturbances here in the Pacific breaking into the region and spreading shower activity across the central mountains, whereas one of the other models is keeping the ridge fairly strong. Most of the systems going up into Canada, so we're relatively dry. We'll see how that works out through the week. Certainly, as we get that ridge over us on Tuesday, temperatures should be warming now above normal for this time of year, with daytime highs now back up into the mid-60s to lower 70s within the Snake River Plain and eastern Magic Valley, the mid-50s to mid-60s in the central mountains and southeast highlands. With the warm temperatures and all the precipitation coming, we should expect to see some change in our river levels. Here we are looking at the current observations for our rivers and streams across the region. We do have bank full conditions now on the Snake River at high C, and that's due to releases out of Palisades to make room for expected snow mountain rain. So that'll continue through the next several days. But you can see the rest of the area, rivers are currently behaving. As we advance now to our forecast chart for the rivers over the next 6 days, we see that with all the precipitation and the warm temperatures, we do expect the Littlewood here at Haley to get up into bank full or near flood stage over the next 6 days. We expect high releases out of Palisades to continue to drive bank full conditions on the Snake River from high C down into Blackfoot. So these are pretty much controlled river levels here. And then if we get on to the Portneuf, we are looking at flood conditions now expected to develop, or minor flooding expected to develop over the weekend, late Friday into Saturday, as a result of the warm temperatures and the precipitation expected over the weekend. So we do have some hydro activity ongoing. and as a result, we do have a hydrologic outlook here for the Big Wood region and a flood advisory still out for the Port Neuf at Pocatello, primarily due to the expected flood level that we expect to see here over the weekend. That's all I had for you this morning. If you had any comments or questions, please give us a call here at the number on the screen. Thank you.